Oh, come on, everybody loves a trifle, and this banana trifle is no exception. We know we got the chocolate on the top, we got the cream, a layer of custard, look. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, a banana trifle. A real classic, old school banana trifle. You know, Mum used to make these all the time. Fantastic. A good way to use up your bananas, or just go buy some bananas. Banana trifle. It starts with making some custard. Now I'm using Bird's custard powder. It's a ready-made powder that you can buy all over. If you cannot buy Bird's ready-made, try another brand if you can't do that. Custard is easy to make. Milk, corn flour, sugar, a little bit of yellow dye. Easy. Now the thing is with custard, they always say mix a little in a jug and then add it to this and that and everything else. What a load of poppycock. Okay, in there with your milk. And we want 3 tablespoons of sugar because we're going to use 3 tablespoons of custard powder. So there's 3 tablespoons of sugar, and then we want 3 tablespoons, and I'm just going to use heaped ones as per usual. And you can see right here, look, it's got yellow colour in here. Don't be fooled, it's so easy to make. So there's none of this heat up, 2 tablespoons of this and that. Give it a stir. Now I am going to go in there with a little pinch of salt. Little bit of salt ignites our taste buds with all that sugar in there. Okay, flame on. So there's none of this mix this, that and the other. Just chuck it in, stir it round, and it will thicken. Ready-made custard, even by this well-known brand, is full of corn flour. Cornstarch, and you can even use potato starch to make ready-made custard. And can you see? No lumps, no hassle, done. None of this mix 1 tablespoon with sugar and tip it back in. Chuck it in, warm it up, done. There you go, look, that'll do. We're coming off with the flame, job done. That has to cool. So what we'll probably do is let it cool a little minute, and we're going to put some cling wrap over there to stop a skin from forming. And all we do is take that off, obviously, when we use the custard. Okay, while our custard is cooling, I want to do another step actually. Now you can use sponge cake or anything, but I'm using these fingers, these sponge fingers. And what I want to do is I want to set some up with some jam on. Let's just put some in there. I'm going to put a layer of jam on there and chuck them in my bowl. So we've jammed up our fingers. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just put some of these in there already. Now you can break them up. You can do it any which way you want. I'm just going to get some of those jammy fingers in the bottom of there. And then you want to take your banana liqueur, if you're using, or your orange juice, and drizzle in there and let that soak up that liqueur. It already smells off the charts. That is fantastic. One side. Then we want some bananas. Now these are extremely ripe bananas. However, we want some slices. And just run your knife And let's have that out of there. There will be some black on there, some bruises. We just discard that or eat it. Now we want some slices of banana. Okay, we got some banana. We need to be assembling this. We want some banana over our soaking fruit. You know, that's going to give a fantastic flavour through there. It's going to burst up with that banana liqueur. Come all the way up to the edge. You know, you want to see the banana through the custard. So we're going to have a couple of layers of banana and a couple of layers of sponge in here. Fabulous. Look at that. Want to be going on there with a layer of our lovely custard. A little squidge out. Oh, come on. Super duper. Now we are going to put in a little bit more of that. Sponge in there like that. Okay, we have this fabulous layer of that on there again. On there. More bananas. Oh, look at that. Custard. Squash it in. Bring it right down the side. Squash it on. That is looking absolutely fabulous. I'm going to put that in the fridge to cool, and then I'm going to whip some cream and get the cream on the top. So that's going in the fridge. So all we need to do now is just whip up a little bit of cream to go over the top. And I'm going to add just a little bit of powdered sugar, just a tiny bit, just to sweeten that cream. And we're just going to whiz that up with the mixer. Okay, and when you've got a bowl full of whipped cream, we just need to decide whether we're going to scoop it on our trifle with a spoon or we're going to pipe it on. Okay, that's our wonderful trifle out of the fridge. Now, like I say, you can pipe it on or you can slap it on. It's slapped on for me. I'm not doing the piping. On we go, come on. Get that cream on there. Put your little pattern on the top with your spoon. Nice and easy. And then take your favourite chocolate bar that you like. Now you don't have to use a chocolate bar, you can just use chocolate cubes or something like that. But we want some shavings over the top, some nice chocolate shavings on there. So there we are, that is a quick banana trifle made. Well, it's a couple of hours, but I'm going to stick that in the fridge, give it another half an hour, and then we're going to give it a taste. There you go, banana trifle. Okay, there's no other way to get into this than in with a spoon and slap it in your bowl. So we're going in here. Oh, fabulous. Let's get right down to the bottom. We know what's in the bottom. Let's cut there. Oh, come on. Oh, look at that. That is sensational in our bowl. Oh, come on. Everybody loves a trifle. And this banana trifle is no exception. We know we got the chocolate on the top, we got the cream, a layer of custard, look. We're into the banana and that sponge finger with that jam on. I love trifle. That is incredible. Straight to the bottom. We got to get in the bottom. Come on. That banana liqueur. Oh, that is off the charts. That is delicious. Hold on a minute, I'm going to be in there. Oh, awesome. If you like what we're doing, don't forget share with your friends, share it all over. Tell them about the banana trifle. It is incredible. If you like what we're doing, a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. Oh man.